One morning in February 1952, in a holiday hideaway on the island of Jamaica, a middle-aged British journalist sat down at his desk and set about creating a fictional secret agent, a character that would go on to become one of the most successful, enduring, and lucrative creations in literature. The circumstances were not immediately auspicious. Ian Fleming had never written a novel before, though he had done much else. He had tried his hand at banking, stockbroking, and working as a newspaper correspondent. As a young man of English privilege, he had toyed with the idea of being a soldier or a diplomat, but neither had worked out. Only during the war, working in the intelligence division of the Royal Navy, had he found a task as an officer in naval intelligence dreaming up schemes to bamboozle the enemy, worthy of his vivid imagination. But by 1952, the excitement of the war was just a memory. He had settled into a job as a writer and manager on the Sunday Times, a role that involved some enjoyable travel, a little work, and a lot of golf, women, and lunch. Born to wealth and status, Ian Fleming found his existence undemanding but unsatisfying. Even his best friends would have snorted at the notion that he was destined for immortality. This, then, was the man who, after a morning swim to wash out the hangover of the night before, hunched over the desk in his Jamaican home, Goldeneye, and began to type, using 6 fingers, on his elderly, royal, portable typewriter. The opening line, after several amendments and corrections, would read, "The scent and smoke and sweat of a casino are nauseating at 3 a.m. Fleming wrote fast, the words pouring out at the rate of 2,000 a day, crammed into the space between dawn and the first cocktail. A great rush of creativity conceived in haste and a miasma of tobacco smoke. A month after he had started writing, Fleming tapped out the words, "The bitch is dead now." Casino Royale was complete, and James Bond was born. Like the character he had created, Ian Fleming was a great deal more complex than he seemed on first acquaintance. Beneath the sybaritic exterior, Fleming was a driven man, intensely observant, with an internal sense of romance and drama that belied his public languor and occasional cynicism. He pretended not to take his books too seriously. The pillow fantasies of an adolescent mind was how he later described them. But he approached the craft of thriller writing with the precision of a professional. And he knew, instinctively, exactly what he was doing. He wrote for many reasons. To take his mind off his impending marriage to Anne Rothermere, increasingly to prove to her somewhat snooty literary friends that he was a genuine novelist, to emulate his brother, the successful travel writer Peter Fleming, and to stop his friend and neighbour in Jamaica, Noel Coward, from badgering him to get on and write his bloody book. He also wrote to make money, preferably in large quantities. Fleming liked money. His lifestyle demanded it, and never felt he had quite enough. James Bond would soon help to put that right. However, for all Fleming's apparent insouciance, this was no mere money-making venture, but an expression and extension of an extraordinary man. Bond is, in part, Fleming.
To keep listening to this audiobook for free, click the link in the description. It will take you to a free Audible trial where you can listen to this and many other books for free for 30 days.